He's already undisputed. Why is he staying at 122? Why is he fighting this guy? The thing is, though, he's coming up from, 115?
He started at 108.
108. This guy was tiny. Going up 126, that's another division. It's going to be his 5th, 6th division. I think that's why he's taking it a bit slow.
Of course, people are pushing him for 126, and I think at 126 we will see Inoue struggle a bit more, especially if you've been jumping so many weight classes throughout your career. Inoue may receive his first loss.
I said I picked Inoue to win, but I thought it would be a much more closely contested fight than it was. And listen, I'm not dissing Fulton. He was just blown away by a person whom I now consider. I was wavering a little bit, but I now consider, after having watched that in its entirety, you're looking at a generational talent.
Yeah.
And Fulton is still a good fighter. I don't want people to start shredding him and throwing him under the bus. No, he's still a good champion. Well, ex-champion now. He's still a very good fighter who can come again. It's just that yesterday, man, he was in the presence of greatness, in my view.
はい。ありがとうございました。井上尚弥選手、そしてキム・イェジェン選手、お二方ありがとうございました。
On January 24th, 2025, the boxing world will witness a clash of titans as Naoya Inoue defends his undisputed titles against the hungry, unpredictable Joon Kim. Will Inoue's power and precision reign supreme, or can Kim pull off a stunning upset in front of a roaring Tokyo crowd?
Boxers are unique. So Manny Pacquiao was a great champion, was great for boxing. His career is legendary. Naoya Inoue career is even more legendary.
Sam Goodman was injured with the left eye, and I think there was an occurrence of that injury, and that's why the fight is not happening. Now, this poster has become this poster. Initially, I thought it will be hard for Inoue's camp to actually pursue the fight because the announcement of the postponement or the cancellation of the fight came, I think, within the month of the fight. The fight is due to happen January 24, and Kim was just identified, I think, less than a month. So it was really very brave of Kim to accept this fight. But at the same time, I understand this is a big opportunity that a lot of boxers wanted, So, but the real question here is that, is this fight even worth watching? Is this fight even going to be a real fight? Does this guy, Kim, or Joon Kim have a chance against Naoya Inoue? Now, let me give you a perspective first before we go on to details on what I think Kim should do and what is the chance, and of course, my personal opinion about this.
Inoue, known as the Monster, has established himself as one of boxing's most feared pound-for-pound fighters. With a record of 28 wins, 25 by knockout, he has destroyed top-tier opponents like Nonito Donaire and Stephen Fulton. His relentless pressure, blistering speed, and devastating power make him a nightmare for anyone in the super bantamweight class. Inoue's decision to remain in the 122-pound division, despite numerous calls to move up to featherweight, reflects his focus on mastering his craft.
Inoue is taking on Joon Kim, and Inoue is a sizable favorite. Kim is taking this fight on 8 or 9, maybe 10 days notice, very short notice. He's won 2 straight. He lost a fight prior in his U.S. debut. On paper, this stylistically looks like just a squash match for Inoue, but the cynic in me says these are the fights you got to be careful about, because when you start looking ahead in boxing, weird things can happen. Inoue is one of the 10 best fighters in the world, so you'd assume that wouldn't happen. But he's in his 30s in the lower weights, so weird stuff happens. Still, that being said, I'd be very surprised if he lost this fight.
I'm proud of the fact that I put Inoue on my pound-for-pound list, I don't know, 3 years ago. Whatever it was. I don't even know how long.
That's true.
And no one...
You've been on him before I even knew who he was.
Ken, no one had him anywhere near it. They basically barely knew who he was, as you just touched on. And obviously he dominated Fulton, or at least put it this way. He established control right from the start. He made Fulton Fulton's a defensive fighter, a good counterpuncher. He made him concentrate more on defense and surviving than Fulton really wanted to early. He set he set the course of the fight, the mentality of the fight, the theme of the fight right from the start. And had him thinking of surviving more than he wanted to think of surviving. He being Fulton. I'm not saying Fulton wasn't trying to win. He was. He's a confident, very proud fighter. And he's very strong mentally, too. I'm saying that he never fully got a chance to get into a gear that he'd have liked to, where he could have gotten a rhythm going.
After all, Inoue has dominated this weight class with surgical precision, and there's no sign of him slowing down. However, Joon Kim is no ordinary opponent. Despite stepping into the ring with only a few days' notice, Kim has a strong record of 21 wins, 2 losses, and 13 knockouts. His aggressive fighting style, excellent body punching, and ability to apply relentless pressure make him a dangerous challenger.
I got a nice fight coming up. This is a title fight. WBO Asia Pacific strawweight title between Goki Kobayashi and Yuni Takada. And Goki Kobayashi riding score 8-1-0, like 5'3", pretty tall for this. You can call it atomweight class. He's pretty tall for this weight class. I don't know how he shreds so many pounds. This guy is so light, so quick on the feet. He was better than Joseph Sumabong, Yuri Kanaya, lost to Jay Camparo, and he defeated Russell Nako, Marco John Ramantizo, but he prefers long wars. And Yuni Takada is 5'1", 62.6 inches of reach, and he outsmarted Shunsuke Issa, Yuri Kanaya, Katsuki Mori, Tetsuro Nakashima. This is a typical example of a fight that goes into deep waters. Though I believe Goki is going to edge him out because of better cardio. I give advantage to Goki, but I'm saying over 8.5 if I must pick.
Hi there, welcome to Boxing Media Hub. So the replacement for Sam Goodman to face Naoya Inoue has been named as Joon Kim. Don't know much about the fella, but he replaces Goodman on the 24th of January from the Ariake in Tokyo, Japan. Who wins and how?
Great finisher. I think he's the best finisher in boxing. He's Joe Louis, he's Mike Tyson, he's Jack Dempsey. 3 of the greatest finishers in the history of the sport. He's all of them.
Kim's unorthodox approach and resilience have earned him respect in the boxing community, and he sees this fight as his chance to shock the world. For Kim, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, a shot at all 4 major titles in one night. He knows that this fight could catapult him to the upper echelons of boxing, so he's coming in hungry and prepared to give it his all. Fighting on home turf.
Naoya gets knocked down in the first round, and I said, whoa. But he kept it together. It was like he was surviving, fighting back, and being defensive, like simultaneously, which I thought was very impressive. You get a mixture of, it's usually like one of the 3. You got somebody who's trying to hold on and hang on and move, or you get somebody who don't know better and just trying to fight back. You know what I mean? Or, you get the guy who's just straight defense and, let me get through this round. He seemed to do a little bit of all 3, which I thought was very impressive. And, understanding Neri to have he came into the game in the U.S. when he debuted out here. He came in out here having known to have some crazy power, So when that first punch lands, I'm like, this might be something.
You say the monster is multi-dimensional.
Yeah, of course.
But have you seen him legitimately be multi-dimensional?
Yeah.
From a standpoint of being able, obviously we know he can punch.
Yeah.
We've seen him get to the body. But
he's a box people before.
I really haven't seen him stay on the outside and counterpunch.
Do you think that's what he's going to have to do against Fulton, though?
It's not the point. The point is you just call him the #1 fighter on the planet.
Pound for pound.
But you got to be able to do it all.
Yeah.
Who they fight? I mean, you can say that for Crawford. Who they fight?
Yes. Right there, you were able to hit him.
One more minute.
Really hard to hit Crawford.
Honestly, Mike, do you think the winner, did you see the monster in the ring?
Yeah.
Do you think he's the best pound for pound, or the winner of this fight is the best fighter?
Japanese fighter is the best fighter. Mike, they've said, my opinion, I'm nobody, but I think he's the best fighter.
Mike, the idea's been thrown out there for him to move up to 130 fight to fight Gervonta Davis down the line. Could you see that fight happening?
Yeah, listen, how much he wants to move? He's 122 now, right?
122, he'd be going to 135.
Why don't they fight 132, something like that? Both of them. Yeah.
Hey, give him a TV break. Give him a TV break. Yeah, TV break, y'all. One TV break. Come on, man. Good to see you. Right-handed against Spencer. Keep switching. If you're trying to fight,
Hey, Mike, we got arguably.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks,
we got arguably.
Inoue enters with explosive power, lightning reflexes, and the ability to end fights in an instant. He'll aim to take control from the start, landing clean shots to keep Kim on the defensive and end the fight early as the fight draws near. All eyes are on January 24th. Will Inoue maintain his dominance, or can Kim deliver a shock upset? The Iraqi arena is set for a night of unforgettable action.
Right? He's nothing to lose. He's not an undefeated fighter. There's no other time for Kim that he's going to be able to fight for all 4 belts all in one night. This is his shot, or it's now or never for him, right? So when we go to the tape and we look at Kim, man, it looks like he can punch a little bit. Those 13 knockouts, you know, they have seemed to be knockouts that you can trust a little bit. Like, the man can punch. He puts together very good combinations, and he's a very good body puncher. He stopped a lot of his opponents by going directly to the body. So he knows how to place his punches with efficiency, but most importantly, accuracy. He can apply good pressure. He's a good counterpuncher. If he is going to beat Inoue, it is going to be by way of close range and applying pressure and aggression and just trying to out-physical and overwhelm Inoue. It's not going to be easy by no means, but if you try to outbox or try to be, you know, that mid-distance range against Inoue, he's going to pick you apart. So I think Kim's best bet is to try to overwhelm him and be physical and attack the body from in close range and try to smother some of the work that Inoue is going to do.